Hey, everybody. It is Erin Pika here. I know I was going to do a Zoom with everybody, but we had such issues last time that, you know what? I'm just going to record it. You can watch it on the replay. You can watch it again over and over and over, whatever you want to do. So I have so many things I want to talk about. I'm super excited. If you're brand new to this company, first off, welcome. Second off, I hope that you have fallen in love with the benefits of our product. And the reason you joined is so that you can share those benefits with other people. Now, that might not be your why of why you're doing this, but it should be what you're thinking about every day when you're talking to people, not only why you're doing this, but what you can offer to them. So you want to make the other person the hero of the story. So if they're a customer and they're wanting to lose weight or get better sleep, then you're going to talk to them about how to do that, which products they should use, when they should use them. You're going to don't just jump in and tell your story, even though I know your story is so powerful, important that you're sharing, but it's important when you make it about them. So use your story, but listen to their story so that you can connect the two and help them. If you're not helping them, they don't really care about your story. I mean, they might act like they do, but you understand what I'm saying. So I wanted to talk to y'all about just sticking to the fundamentals, the system we have here, which is sample, story, sort. You're going to share a sample with someone, whether it is one stick of coffee, a stick of Defend, whatever it is. It might be a 30-day sample of the product. All right. From there, there's so much to do with sampling. And you can check out my video I made all about sample, story, sort, so you can get a better, make your skills better in that area if you need to. But then from there it goes to the story. So that's when you listen to their story. You might connect with your own story. They might be interested in the business, so you might tell your business story, but you have to figure out why they're doing it. That's when you sort. Do they become a customer? Do they become someone that's ready to grab their own referral link and share this as a business? So I'm talking to those people right now that have decided, hey, I'm jumping in this business. What do I need to do? The first thing you want to do, you have a huge warm market. Okay. I'm going to show y'all this on paper because I sat with the CEO yesterday and we talked about this. I know it's messy. I'm so sorry about that. But do you see the center? It says you. From you, it goes to family, to friends, to community, to your town, state, country, world. But you have to start with you first. So that's having your own story. That's having your own belief. If you don't have the belief just yet, that's okay. Borrow it. But you have to have a belief in what you're doing. And what you can do to get that belief is, one, listen to personal development. What you put in here, right here, if you don't have a supportive spouse, you don't have, you have negative energy around you, you change that energy. So every morning I get up and I listen to personal development. I listen to podcasts. I turn on music. Like I am like, yes, that is called priming yourself, getting yourself ready, because that energy of what you have, if y'all look on my social media, I am always like, whoa, one level up, because people are attracted to that. They want to feel, and I actually feel that way. Like I am usually very happy, very upbeat, very excited. If y'all seen me on TikTok or whatever you've seen me on, like I'm excited because I don't escape my life anymore. Okay. So work on you first. Then that's when you share this with family. Y'all, if you don't understand our products and what they have to offer to help with energy, focus, weight management, it's going to help with better sleep, it's going to help with immunity. If you believe so much, why wouldn't you want your family to support you? And you're thinking like, because I've done 12 of these things and my family doesn't believe me. So you show them that you are so gung-ho, you are so different this time, because you should be. If they're still giving you a hard time, that's okay. But at least you've gone through them. You've tried to bless them. Again, are you making it about you and the sale? Or are you making it about them and helping them? So from your family, you're going to move to friends. These people already know, like, and trust you. Hopefully they trust you. So that's why you start with them. The reason people like to skip from you, family, to just like out here to TikTok or social media, Facebook, is because you don't get hurt if they tell you no, because you don't have a relationship with them. So for that, that's why you skip that. But you need to, that's the best place to start, is to allow people to be able, that already know you and trust you, start with them. How do you get better with it? You practice it. When you get in the elevator with someone and they say, what do you do? And you're like, I don't know. You should have that elevator pitch. Like right now, what do you do? I help people with their health. What do you do? I change lives. What do you do? I work with a health and wellness company. What do you do? Like whatever it is, you come up with your own pitch of what that looks like for you so that you're ready to share it. The only way you're going to have confidence in it is to practice it, role play it, get that down. All right. So once you do that, you have to be obsessed with you first. So, another thing, being in creative mode. I'm creative all the time. It's one thing. I used to be a teacher. I love to be creative, but here's the thing, don't change the fundamentals. Sample, story, sort, the same way. Sometimes we're like, oh, we got to make it better because, it's boring. I've been doing this for 4 years. No, the fundamentals should be the same, but you can create be creative in how you come across on social media. Just like y'all see people like making different shakes or incorporating it into something different. Like, that's totally okay. Be creative in that. You can actually, when you own this as your business, you can come up with your own specials. Now, you can't post things that are different than corporate, but you can reach out to people and you can tell them like, hey, you know what? Thank you so much for posting on your page about my cocoa. I would love to post something on my page about what you do. Or, just be creative. If you cover someone's shipping, that's totally up to you. I always say reinvest back into the business. So I don't mind paying for people's shipping and blessing them with that if that's, something I feel like doing. Do you have to do that? No, it's your business to own and operate. Okay, so this was really interesting. When you seek comfort, that dulls the energy to attract. So y'all, energy, like when you get started, you don't know anything. So ignorance on fire, it's because the energy, y'all, when you seek comfort, when you try to get back to being comfortable, it dulls the energy to attract other people. Like, think about that. When I first started, I didn't know what I was doing. I did know that I loved the coffee, but I drove home from a meeting and got 6 customers immediately because I was so excited. They're like, well, Erin, how much does it cost? I'm like, I knew how much it cost. I didn't know anything about shipping. I didn't know what monthly retail. I didn't know any of that. I was like, hey, I love it so much. They felt my energy. And I had 6 customers from 30 minutes away from a meeting to home. That's ignorance on fire. And sometimes that's better than when before you know all the things, right? Okay, sorry, I'm just reading some notes out to y'all. But you want to be around people with higher standards. You want to always go higher, dream bigger. Those kind of things are really important in this business. And I want y'all to be hungry. And being hungry in this business, I don't mean like hungry, like you want to eat. I mean like hungry for success. That's where knowing your why is going to have everything to do with this. When you wake up, you can emotionally attach to your why. And right now, your why might be like, oh my gosh, Erin, I need to buy a box of diapers on Friday. Like, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. I'm living week to week kind of thing. Like, if that's where you are, that's okay. It'll evolve over time. But you need to know why you're doing this, because the days that your family tells you no, the days that your friends tell you no, if your why is intact, you won't care. Your why, listen to this, hunger can kill the fear of failure. Most people fail because they're scared of failing. That's crazy, right? But when you're hungry enough, when you know why you're doing this, when you can dig in, when you can look, I have a picture right next to my bed. And every time I look at it, it reminds me, and I have it right there for a reason, because it reminds me why I'm doing this. And I'm not going to go back to the girl I was before, the girl that wasn't confident, the girl that wasn't going to get up on a stage. I might dance or sing, but I wasn't going to get up on the stage and say my name, where I was from, and a little something about myself, like terrified me. But y'all, it's not about me. It's about sharing your story to help other people. But if you know why you're doing this, you don't care anymore. I don't care when people are like, oh yeah, you're the girl on social media. And I'm like, hell yeah, I am. Like, you put me in front of a jury, I want them to convict me that I am sold out to what I do. So I don't care how many stories I post. I don't care how much I post on social media. Like, I want people to know that I believe in this so much that it's not a secret. So just had to say that. But hunger, knowing your why you're doing this, can kill the fear of failure. So I would start there. I would know your why you're doing this. And again, that might evolve. So I want to go into some social media stuff because we talked about it last week, but we had issues with the Zoom. So I just don't want you to think that that's where you start. When you are going straight into this thinking, I can make one post because I found Erin on TikTok, or I found Stephanie on TikTok, or I found so-and-so on Instagram, or whatever it is, that's the way you think that we grew this whole business. But I can tell you right now, I started with me. I had my own product story. I had my own belief in the products. My family, all of my family uses this. And I know that's not the case for every single person. A lot of people are like, no, my family doesn't want anything to do with it. That's fine. It's fine. Then move on to your friends. Okay, but start in this area. You, family, friends, Community, y'all, we have a community. The people that you stick around, the people in your area, when you can meet together and you can help each other, now that, we're starting to come out more, it makes a big difference. So start there. Don't just jump to social media and think that social media is the answer. All right. Social media can be big, but it's way out here to, country, world, way out there. So I'm going to give some tips on social media, but I want you to focus, if you're new, if you are still trying to get to, executive and senior, focus on your warm market. Focus on your friends and their friends and their friends and referrals and all those things first. Because the whole idea on social media is that people feel like they're your friends. They feel like they know, like, and trust you, even when they don't. So here's some tips on social media that I can share that I went over some last week. So top tips. You must be consistent with posting and showing up every single day. People are watching for you to fail. Prove them wrong. Show up, show up, show up. Even when it's hard, show up. Even when you don't feel like it. Again, if your why is intact, guess what you're going to do? You're going to show up. If your why is not intact and you don't know why you're doing this, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm tired of showing up. It's easier to not show up. So get your why intact and know. Be real, raw, relatable. Don't just show all the pretty. Sometimes I show up and I don't have any makeup on. Sometimes I show up and, my kids look like a hot mess or my kitchen's dirty or whatever it is. That's realistic. Quit showing up and making it perfect. Quit showing up and filtering everything. People want to know the real you. That's why it's so good to live out loud, to just go about your everyday life, snapshot some things, go live when you feel like it, like do those kind of things, but be genuine, be authentic. Be you. You is who everybody wants. You are just the way you should be. And let the world see that. So I already talked about this, but I'll say it again. Make the customer, the prospect, the BI that's about to be a BI, make them the hero of the story. How do you do this? You ask them questions. If you're sharing the product, they're like, what is that coffee? And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm loving this coffee. Do you take anything? Do you ever feel like you need extra energy? Have you struggled with appetite suppression? Have you this? Do you this? That's called discovery. You're trying to figure out, is this something for them? And it may not be. When people tell me they can't drink enough water, I don't want them taking the tea and getting dehydrated. That causes a whole nother set of issues. So when I ask the questions, then I can guide them to get whatever they need, which all of our products, I feel like everybody needs, but you still need to ask the questions. Same way when you have a prospect interested in the business, what do? You ask the questions. Maybe it's not for them. Maybe they're not ready. Maybe they just need to be a customer. Maybe they just need a sample. Whatever it is, you don't know unless you ask the questions. So slow down to go fast. When you're just trying to get a customer, get out a sample. If you're just trying to get out a sample, get out a sample, get out a sample, I can promise you those samples are not going to convert. If you slow down, you ask the questions, then you give them the correct product that they're looking for to help their solution, they're much more likely to purchase as a customer, fall in love with it, and become a brand influencer. So don't be spammy, don't be salesy, share the benefits of the products or what they do for you. Again, ask questions. Ask yourself, what value is your post providing? When you're posting, it should have some kind of value, not just like, hey, buy my energy focused weight management coffee. No, it should have humor, education. Is it entertaining? Like, what is it? When you post, what is it? Tips for collecting and planning. So here's the thing. You can keep it in your notes. You can have a second Facebook group that's you and somebody else. You just have to have two people to have a group. And you can, sometimes you feel in creative mode and sometimes you don't. So you can save posts. Maybe you've written something up, but just plan ahead of time for the moments that you can't post so that you are consistent. You definitely, sometimes I use the exact same picture and I switch it to black and white. That's okay. It looks like a different picture. Sometimes I go steal something from a year ago because it was a great post and nobody's seen it in so long. Why not just go repost it? Takes a lot of pictures on one day. So like today, I actually have my hair done. I have makeup on. You can switch shirts, switch earrings, whatever it is. So you have lots of pictures so that you're not having to get dressed every single day if that's not something you normally do. But I'm telling y'all, living out loud in general is just the easiest. If we take the kids to go grab something to eat and they're doing something cute, like I might take a picture and be like family time or whatever it is. People don't always just want to see business. They want to see how you can use this business to make a better lifestyle for yourself. And I'm not talking like you have to take pictures of fancy cars or anything like that. I'm just talking about like letting them see that you're present in your life and you're able to do that, make choices because of the business. All right, a lot of people have been asking about TikTok, and I want to tell y'all TikTok is different in the fact that they want you to copy posts. They want you to copy sounds. They want you to copy trends. TikTok's a huge platform, but it has so many rules, takes a ton of time. If you are not going to go live and willing to post and willing to learn all about it, I would not waste your time on TikTok. I know, right? They have rules where you can't do MLMs, no direct sales, anything like that. People do come to you, which is nice when you post, but like you gotta have a lot of followers. You gotta connect with a lot of people. And if you're willing to do all the work and you're seeing success from it, go for it. I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm just telling you, you gotta be consistent, extra hard on TikTok. You got to go live on there. I feel like the lives go with the videos go with the lives. If you don't have the content, nothing's going to go out when you're going live. When you go live, it needs to be for an hour or more. Like it's a lot of work, but I research it. I go on YouTube, I find free videos, I research what the algorithms are, I try to figure it out. So if you really want to do that kind of stuff, you got to dive in and you got to learn. Again, if you're on the you part and you haven't gone to family, friends, community, town, state, all of those, start there. Start there. Don't just jump on TikTok, or at least do a little bit of TikTok while you're doing those other things too. Facebook specific, you can post once a day. You don't have to post a lot. Like TikTok, you should post like a lot more because you have more videos out there. But Facebook, you only really need to post once a day. Always reply back to the comments. Those are your people that are actually looking at your page. They're interested in connecting with you. You need to grow your audience, your friends list. You need to make sure that your posts are public. So on Facebook, you can only have a max of 5,000 friends. You need to rotate that list out. Delete, add all the time. You're doing that. So that can be part of your daily method of operation, DMO, every day, delete, add. It becomes a lot simpler as you do it. But really, the goal is not to get 5,000 friends. The goal is to stay around 2,500, 3,000, and really connect with those people. I wish someone would have told me that in the beginning because I was just adding friends all the time. But you have to make those connections. Again, how do they know, like, and trust you if you're just adding friends and you never make a connection? So the only time you really want to compete with making a post is if you're going live on Facebook. It's okay. Do a post, go live. Lives are really big on there. Again, when people see you live, like I could have typed all these notes up for this training in a document form. It would not be the same as if you heard me say it. Think about that. So you make a really good post and you're like, no one even said anything. If it's a really good post, go turn it into a live. Practice it if you have to. Make it great. You want to connect with people. Sometimes that means you have to be vulnerable. In fact, when you're vulnerable, that's when you connect the most. So, all right. The real relationship happens in Messenger. Be genuine, be authentic. So you might see a post that says something and you have all these comments. Maybe you have 10 comments. What's going to happen is you're going to want to comment back and you're going to be like, hey, say you posted a new outfit and you're like, oh my gosh, someone said, oh my gosh, I love that outfit. Where did you get it? And you can be like, tag Erica. I got it from Dillard's. Do y'all have a Dillard's where you live? Like whenever you comment, question, tag someone, they're more likely to write back. It helps your algorithm, but then you're going to go into Messenger and start a relationship with her. It doesn't have to be about the coffee, y'all. Doesn't have to be about the cocoa. Doesn't have to be any of that. You start a genuine relationship. This is what you do on social media. All right. Now, if you had a product post, you can go straight into the product. But if not, you need to stick with what you posted about, build a relationship. They're going to see another post. That's when they start talking about product to you. Don't make it weird, y'all. Stories are huge. Glimpses of you being live in stories is big. So if you don't want to go live on your page, go live in your stories. Make a little recording. If you don't like it, you don't have to post it. Like it doesn't have to be live, but the story comes across as live. And those are total different audiences. Sometimes people are scrolling through Facebook, but stories are even bigger across the top. If you add polls to it, like those are people that actually are saying, yes, tell me about the product. Yes, please tell me about the product. Like, I love that. That's a really, really hot lead. Put something about the business in there. I feel like you can be a little bit more salesy up in your stories. and it doesn't last as long either. Views. So you can see who actually views your stories, which is great. So you might have 100 views on something. You can actually go in there and be like, oh my goodness, thanks so much, Monica, for viewing my story. I was just wondering, have you ever tried our products? I noticed we're friends. You've never tried our products before. Have you ever been, are you looking for some extra energy? Are you looking for better sleep? What, make it go with your story. But that's a great way to reach out to them because you know they at least viewed your story. Starts that conversation. And if you're doing this every single day and you're being consistent, like I said when I started this, when you are consistent, and you're reaching out to people all the time, you're going to fill that funnel constantly like this. But again, don't start social media. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I failed. I made a post and nobody responded to it. So you have to keep showing up, y'all. I've been doing this for almost 4 years. And I started with nothing, a brand new Facebook page that I titled Erin Pico Revital U, because I had no idea that you weren't supposed to put your business on the page. Like, I've learned everything over the years. I've failed and failed and failed and failed. And look where I am now. So it takes failing. You're going to fail. You're going to get a lot of no's, but with those are going to come celebrations and they're going to come yeses and lives that you change. So remember that. All right. Don't forget our customer page, Living Proof. Add people in there. Tell them about it. Ask them, are you interested in being part of a group that encourages, empowers people, gives tips for recipes, before, after pictures, testimonies, all the things? Would you like to be added to that group? They say yes. You add them, tag them, add them, tag them, add them, tag them. I don't care if you tag them in the intro post. I don't care if you tag them in your favorite recipe, whatever, but tag them so that they go look. It doesn't mean that you added them and they accepted the invite. So participate with them, get them in that group. It's a third-party tool. It's for your benefits. Okay. Okay, sorry. Instagram notes. I'm just making sure. Okay, for a second, I thought this wasn't recording. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Okay, sorry. Instagram specific notes. So here's what I do, y'all. I haven't gotten a ton of stuff on Instagram. I haven't studied Instagram a lot. It's just not the platform for me, but that's okay. Doesn't mean it can't be the platform for you. I have gotten some stuff from it. But with Instagram, be smart, post on both platforms to try it out. So what I do is I create everything in Instagram stories because they're 15 seconds. Facebook is 20. If you go from the 20 ones to the 15, doesn't quite work, cuts it off. If you make it from the 15 to the 20, always works. So I always do Instagram. I also like the filters better. So I post in there and then I go post it to Facebook. You can connect your pages if you want to. I don't know how. Google it. I don't have mine set up that way. TikTok, the IG Reels, Instagram Reels are very similar to TikTok. So if you know how to make TikTok, be smart. Take those TikToks, post them on Instagram Reels. It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. So I don't think I've ever used that before. Okay, so stories and posts are similar. Hashtags are very important on Instagram. The reason is, like, I made my chocolate peanut butter shake. I hashtag BlendJet in it. BlendJet posts it to their page, right? Actually, like, tag them in it at BlendJet. They posted on their page. I had several people come follow me because I did that. So use that. Think about how they're actually using that. Same way with hashtags. Here's what I don't want you to do. I don't want you wasting time scrolling. That is not working the business. You'll be like, oh my gosh, I've been on TikTok for 3 hours. I found some really cute ones. No, that's not working the business. Working the business is when you connect. You actually ask them questions for the pre-sample. How many new connections are you making with interactions to share the business or gain customers? It's sample, story, sort. Sample, story, sort. If you are sending out samples, if you are gaining customers, if you are sharing the business, if you are asking those questions, that's working the business. Income producing activities, things that you are doing that are going to help your income. So I wanted to give y'all all the social media tips that maybe you missed last week because the Zoom messed up. But I also wanted to give you this circle right here. And I want it to start with you. So today, I want you to write down your goals. I want you to go check the welcome post in Team Dream. I want you to write out why you're doing this. Why are you doing this business? Really think about it. And I want you to ask yourself 6 times. Why? I'm doing it to pay for my groceries this week. Well, why are you doing that? Because I don't have the money to pay for them this week because whatever it is. Like, I want you to go 6 levels deep. Okay. Try to go as deep as you can, because there might be a deeper reason that you can figure out right away. Do that. And I want you to print out, if you have not printed out, let me try to find a blank one. Now, this is not, mine's all written on, but the getting started checklist. If you have not printed this out, print it out. Have it next to you. I want you to know your next promotion. If you are not qualified right now, I don't care if you started 3 years ago, 4 years ago. If you are not qualified right now, if you don't have your own order in your back office plus 2 customers, or you just have 3 customers total, that makes you qualified. That's important. If you don't have that, go do that. Go get qualified. Like, that's a big deal. So qualified. And then your first promotion should be executive, and that is on your way to senior. So executive takes you being qualified, putting 2 people in the business, and they become qualified. It doesn't matter if you're in your fast start bonuses. Yeah, you get a bonus for doing that. But if you're not, hitting executive is a big deal, because 1, you've proven that you can get qualified. You've proven that you can share this business and you can help those people learn to get qualified. From there, everything duplicates. It is the building block for success. It is what you have to do to start building this. It's the foundation of your house, y'all. Like, yeah, everybody doesn't come over and they look at that foundation and they think like, oh, your foundation is so pretty. No, nobody says that, right? Nobody's like, oh, I can't wait to live off my executive paycheck. No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, without the foundation, this house would fall, right? When the foundation gets jacked up, because we did pay for fixing the foundation, it had to be fixed, because the house starts to shift. It'll start to crack. It'll start to all these things. You have to figure out how to get to executive. That is the foundation of your business. When you can do that and you can duplicate another person hitting executive and another person hitting executive and another person hitting executive, by that point, people become senior. When people create more executives, you become regional. When you create more executives that have created seniors, that have created, y'all, it's the foundation of our business is hitting executive. So when you hit executive, it's a big freaking deal. So write it out. Know that promotion. Give yourself a time date of when you're going to reach it. Back off from there and be like, what do I have to do to reach this? And then take those daily action steps to do it. I promise you, this is not hard. What's hard is what's in between your head right here. The fact that you're telling yourself no, you're telling yourself, whatever it is that you're feeding yourself. So work on personal development. Again, start with you. Start with your story. Start with you feeling better. Start with your confidence. If you need help, don't hesitate reaching out. I am busy because I am working this business. I am changing lives. But when you need something, let me know. Reach out to your upline. We're here to help you. So I'm going to jump off. I hope that y'all found this helpful. I'm watching all those people that are hitting executive, the people sharing the business. Use your tools you have. Share the business. If you're scared of what to say, you're not going to do it. So how do you become unscared? I don't know if that's a word. You practice. When you practice, you get the confidence in it, and then it just comes out like that. So, all right, love y'all guys. Talk to you later.